Hello and welcome back to This Is Your Life. I am Queen Vanshay Tarot, and today I will be doing a reading for Cancer. So, Cancer, it is March 20th. It is a Thursday. Okay, let's get started. We'll see what comes out. I'm going to use the Archangel cards to start off your reading, tarot cards. Can I get the strongest energy for Cancer for this message for them? Can I get the strongest energy for Cancer? Three cards, please. Two more for Cancer. One more. Strongest energy, strongest message that need to come out for Cancer. One more card, please. Thank you. All right, so all your cards are face down except for the one at the bottom of the deck. All right, so let's see what we have here. Okay, so this one is upside down, but start over here. It says a positive, new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationship, deep and lasting spiritual insight. Ooh, a positive, new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationship, deep and lasting spiritual insight. Okay, so for some of you guys, this reading will be for love. Now, what is this? You guys have the Eight of Michael, but it came in reverse. It says you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation. Not seeing things clearly. Okay, so that's why it came out in the reverse. The Eight of Michael came out in reverse because it says you can be free. So whatever you guys are going through in a situation, this card coming out in reverse, Cancer, maybe you felt as if you couldn't be free. That's why I was in the reverse. But it's saying you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. Okay? That's what it says. Let's go to the next one. You guys have the Five of Ariel. It says you needing go through your current challenge alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling. Okay, so for some of you guys, okay, y'all feel like y'all going through a situation, but there's help available, whether you feel as if it isn't, whether you feel as if you can't trust anyone in the situation, there is help available. And some of you guys have to take control of your thoughts when it comes to a situation. More than likely, this definitely has to do with love, okay? So your negative thoughts could be getting in the way of your new beginnings, okay? So just keep that in mind, Cancer. Alrighty. And then at the bottom of the deck, you guys have the Seven of Gabriel. And it says, stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence. Claim your personal power. Wow. All right. All right. It's at the bottom of the deck. Look at that. These cards have been pre-shuffled. with Cancer in mind, and then look what's at the bottom. You guys have the Chariot. It says, a journey of 1,000 miles begin with a single step. You have the power within you to move forward. You can use your willpower to achieve your goals. Willpower, direction, control, and forward movement. So, in other words, it kind of feels as if, everybody's situation is different, but when it comes to you guys, Cancer, I'm feeling more so it's a mind thing, okay? You guys are coming up in your own reading right here with the Chariot card, so this is really good. I feel like this has everything to do with you and no one else, okay? I feel it's just like the way that you could be thinking, all right? And you no longer have to think that way. Remember what the 8 of Michael said. It says you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly, okay? So get out of your way. Get out of your own way, Cancer. That's what I'm feeling like. You guys are in your own way, all right? So let's see what else we have. It says you must balance out the work and the life. How can you find balance between work and personal life? Adaptability, flexibility, juggling, priorities, and multitasking. What else would you like Cancer to know? Three cards, please. What else would you like Cancer to know? Okay. Yep. See? So, Cancer, we have the 5 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords talks about you may win the battle, but at what cost? Is it worth it? Okay? And then it says, what actions am I taking that may be causing harm to myself or others, even if they appear successful in the moment? Okay? And it says, conflicts, winning at all costs, betrayal and manipulation, followed by the 4 of Cups. It says happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions, okay? It is time to consider new possibilities, Cancer. Introspection, contemplation, dissatisfaction, followed by the King of Swords. It says, be wise and just lead. Be wise and just leader. Oh, be wise and a just leader with the ability to make fair and important decisions for all good. What leadership qualities do I possess, and how can I use them to guide others? Leadership, authority, logic, objectivity, and fairness. So I'm feeling like I could be talking to a Cancer who could seem to have a clear mind and a clear head when it comes to others, but maybe not so much with themselves in certain situations. It's like I said, I feel like it's a mind thing, a mental thing, all right? And then look, at the bottom of the deck, look what we have. We have the Moon, right? And the Moon talks about what hidden truths or fear are you avoiding? The Moon is a reminder that no matter what phase we are in, we are still whole. Embrace the unknown. Okay? Now, with these cards coming up, Cancer, you already know this. This isn't something new. I'm not telling you nothing new. All right? But this right here may be because it's face down. Ooh-wee, Lord have mercy. You got balance again coming out for you with the Justice card. Yeah, the King. We got the King of Wands. Like I said, I feel you are like, I'm talking to a Cancer that's great at, like, say for instance, you could be in a management position, looking over people, or you could even be like the breadwinner in your relationship or something like that. It's like when it comes to taking care of the business, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? If you at work, you know how to direct, to give orders. You're really good at that. You can be really good at your job. But when it comes to your relationship, it's like it's this doggone moon. It'd be like trickery and illusions. But what did the five of Ariel talk about? It talks about you need it not, it says you need not go through the current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. So it's kind of like oh, I feel like I'm gonna have a car accident. I know that's kind of far, but if it's a feeling, it's something that you already feel that's inside, then boom, bang, there go a car accident. Or boom, bang, you see somebody have a car accident. It's the negative way that you think about a situation. So if your relationship is not where you want it to be, sit back and think about, what are you thinking about when it comes to your relationship? If it's a situation where it says you can be free, make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing clearly with this moon card being here. You also have the choice to change that. You just have the courage to do it. So I could be talking to somebody who has been in a relationship for a long time. But as I always say, sometimes we get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And in order for you to do what it is that you need to do, in order for you to have clarity, you know, a peace of mind, you'll have to break free from that. I'm pretty sure there'll be something better. No one should have to be in a situation where they're unhappy, because then if you're unhappy, you're going to make the person that you're with unhappy, as well as those around you unhappy. All right? What this card says, it says good decision for all people, not just yourself. All right? So, let's use these cards right here and see the questions that Cancer need to be. Look at that. Look at that. You saw I just did that? I was finna ask these cards the questions that Cancer need to be asking themselves. Then look, we got the Magician. You, whether you know it or not, you have the power to change this situation. In any other situation you're not happy with. But this moon, man, is coming up twice. That's how I know it's a mental thing. All right. I was little. And 3 cards. What does Cancer need to be asking itself regarding this situation? I definitely feel it's love. We're gonna pull some love cards in a minute. Okay, thank you. I wanted 2 more cards. Appreciate you. Okay, I don't know how it came out. I think maybe like this. I don't know, but let's just turn it over and see. Yeah, you have choices. Look, Cancer, you got the 7 of Cups. You have choices. You have options. You're not limited. You're limiting your own self. It says, what situation in your life brings you variety of choices? You may feel as if you don't have any choices, but yes, you do. You have plenty of them. Then look, this is Scorpio, Cancer. It's still water, but then you have all of them right here with the Page of Cups. All right. It says, what situation in your life brings some type of opportunity? The opportunity is, for me, coming out for you, is change your thought process, and the opportunity that you would have would be in love. Now this card came out in the reverse. This is the Knight of Swords right here. What action needs to be taken to get things accomplished? That's why it came out like this. Because you're not making that move. Where the damn Chariot was at? Well, was it at the, yeah, it was at the bottom. You're not making a move. That's why it came out like this. But you can. You can do it. You trust and believe me when I tell you, you can do it. All right. So let's and then at the bottom of the deck, what do you have? It says, what situation in your life brings you the stability that you seek? See? What situation in your life brings you the stability that you seek? And then once I pulled that card, look what we got. The Queen of Wands. It says, what are you passionate about and ready to create? It's all on you. Cancer, this falls all on you. It's all about you. Can't nobody do it for you because this is for you to do. Can't nobody hold your hand. You got to get out there and do it yourself. It may seem a little scary, but it doesn't have to be. What do they talk about fear? They say fear is fake evidence appearing real. A lot of times we fear things that we don't understand, but yet we don't take the time out to get the knowledge to understand it. So we just sit back like, oh, this is this and that is that. And you don't have to do that. We don't have to go with the majority vote. You know what I'm saying? Because the majority vote may not always work for you. Do your own research. It's gonna take some work. What else? Where the card at? What did it say? But it says something. I pulled something out that talked about like putting the effort in or doing something. Yes, right here, the Four of Cups. It says happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. You have the Chariot. If you want to be happy with that thought process, think happiness. You have to be the one to put the action to it. You got to put the fucking flame to it. You want it to move, you have to be the one to do it. Ain't nobody gonna be able to do it for you. Unless I got a card that come out here and say, let your friends help you. You feel me? You gonna have to be the one to do it, Cancer. It's just that simple. Now, let's see if Kipper has any bonus. Look, I'm better see. Let's see if Kipper has any bonus messages for you. And then look, number 7. You had number 7 come out with the Chariot. So now this message is for you. I could be talking to an older male because when I just cut the deck, that came out. All right. Any bonus messages for, I was finna say Aries. You could be dealing with a fire sign or have it in your chart, any fire sign. Any bonus messages for Cancer before I move on to the love cards, the love messages? Any bonus messages for Cancer before I move on to the love cards? Any bonus messages for Cancer? Look at here. Number 35 could be significant to you. You have pathways once again. You have to choose, Cancer. Can't nobody do it for you. You have to choose. What else we got here? So we got 2 cards that we can see. And it says thoughts and it says family room. Okay. Now I could look at this 2 different ways. You could be thinking about your situation already, okay? Or I could be speaking to a Cancer that's ready to think about a different situation, okay? You have family room and you have thoughts. So you could be thinking about your situation at home right now, or you could be thinking about a new situation for yourself, all right? And you can do that. with pathways. You have choices. You had a card that came out here talking about all the choices that you have, Cancer. Now, these two cards are face down, so let's turn them over and see what they say. Let me tell you about it. I feel like I'm connecting to a male. It really doesn't have to be, but I do feel that way. Look at that. You got courtship and wealthy male. Look at that. I'm going to leave that right there. All right. Now let's go on over to the love. These have been pre-shuffled. Twin flame. Balance. Once again, balance. Completement. Complete each other. Coupling. So like I said, you could have been with someone for a long time, and that could be why it's hard for you to look at something differently, okay? Because this is what I'm going to use this deck for the current situation for Cancers that's actually in a connection, all right? I'm going to just move these to the side so I can have a little bit more shuffling room here. Okay. Then look. Card, hand of cards. Take a chance. Here we go. When it comes to the current love situation for Cancer, can I get the strongest energies to come out, please? Three cards, please. Ooh, shit. Can I get the strongest energy for Cancers in the current situation right now? Two more, please. Thank you. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know how it came out, but for those that's in the current situation, we got not enough. Not enough. It has ran its course. It says frustration in a relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear/ego issues, and jealousy. Okay, not enough. All right. The chaser. Someone could be with someone that they're not, they're just no longer in love with. Let's just call a spade a spade. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes we fall out of love. It is what it is. That's normal, okay? It talks about the chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues. You could be with someone, been in a situation because you're afraid of leaving them because of you don't want to abandon them. You may feel as if you've been abandoned, whatever the case may be. These are some things that needs to be where healing needs to come in at Cancer, okay? Healing needs, you know what I'm getting? I'm getting that, what's love got to do with it? Remember what Tina Turner said, I just can't leave. I know how it feels to have somebody leave you, and I just can't leave. Kicking our motherfucking ass. You may not be physically getting your ass beat, but as I always tell people, the mental and the emotional is worse. Them wounds can heal. But when somebody is kicking your ass mentally and verbally, you know what I'm saying, emotionally, that messes you up, and there's healing that needs to be done for you and that individual. Okay? Look, shit. And then look right here. Healing hearts. I just said it. Healing from a heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addictions, followed by stabbed in the back. Now, stabbed in the back did come in the reverse, okay? So it doesn't necessarily have to be a situation where you felt stabbed in the back, or it could be, but it did come out in the reverse, I'm just saying. So it says heartbreak, pain, separation, deception. Maybe you don't want to separate. Maybe you don't want to separate. Maybe they don't want to separate. Whatever the case may be, this is unhealthy. It's toxicity at its best, okay? when you could have this instead at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming. Palm trees and sunshine. I'm seeing Florida. I'm seeing Florida. Could be Texas. Could be Texas, but I'm seeing Florida because I see that big old ball. But Texas got a big old ball too. Stability, security, growth, endurance, and flexibility. Learn from this and move forward to sunshine. Sunshine. Better days are ahead if that's what you want. If that's what you want. Shit. Now, playfulness is at the bottom of the deck. To recapture romance, allow your inner youth spirit of fun to shine. That could be a situation for some of you guys who have been in a relationship for a long time. To recapture romance. This is someone who may still want to be in a relationship and don't know what to do. Okay? It may not be a toxic relationship. It could just probably be getting stale. And you want to try to work on it. For those of you, that's a small portion for those of you who want to continue to work on the relationship. All right. It says playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So somebody could have met in the summertime or in a place like Florida or some on vacation or something. I don't know. And then look, I just split the cards. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. Okay. When it comes to new love for Cancer, can I get 3 cards, please? When it comes to new love for Cancer. Three cards, please. See that? Two more cards when it comes to new love for Cancer. Attraction. So these cards go here. This is by itself. We have give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. See? This is for that small amount of people. What did the card say? It said something about rekindle, like basically rekindling that playfulness. So this is for that small portion that still want to try to work on it. You have give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Work on your relationship. Once again, that's a choice. We always have options. If your relationship ain't as bad as, you know what I'm saying, toxicity, no one's verbally abusing you or whatever, physically abusing you, whatever the case may be, making you feel bad by yourself, and the relationship has just got stale, that happens too. Work on it. Give your relationship a chance, I'm sorry. And then if you done all that you can do, then it's time to move on, Flintstone. Yabba dabba doo. Let's go. Now, romantic feelings you are feeling are real and worth exploring. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. All right? So there could be a new relationship coming in for you guys. But when it talks about financial factors, finances and career, you may feel as if I can't be with nobody right now unless I get this together, unless I get that together, unless I can bring this or bring that to the table. That's not always the case. People will accept you for who you are if they truly love you and truly care about you and help you become better. You know, things like that work too. It's not always about, I don't fit the part. I'm not this. That's that negative thought process. A person who truly loves you is going to love you not because of what it is that you can bring to the table, not because of how you look, how you dress, what you drive. That is all things that can disappear. That's all materialistic types of things. A person who truly loves you will support you and help you get to where you need to be in life. But once again, that's a choice that you have to make. What did it say? It says something about help is around the corner. It says something to that extent. What did it say? It says something. It says you're not alone. What right here? It says you're ready to go through your. You need not go through your current situation, your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. This is what the Five of Ariel talked about. This is Pentacles. Just because you may feel as if I'm not up to par to be with anybody, I got to have this, I got to, once again, that's an illusion. That's trickery. That's the enemy making you feel as if you're not worth this and you're not worth that. And that is not true. I'm here to tell you. All right. And then at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming is attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. You're not going to attract romantic love by enjoying a moment where you're being down on yourself and being negative about every situation. If so, that's what you're going to attract. You see, she's smelling the flower. Even the smallest things can add to the balance of positivity versus negativity, Cancer. All right? I'm finna get ready to close out your reading. I did not want this to go longer than 30 minutes. Haha, look. New beginnings and a fresh start. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, man, y'all better come holler at your girl. Whoo, look. Believe and trust. It's all about you. And I do personal readings too for free if you want one. Then we can get down to the nitty gritty of what this is really all about. Hit me up, email me. This is what I do. Anyway, then if I close out this reading for Cancer. Here's that. I ain't really got no room right here. Hold on. All right. Universe, to close off this reading for Cancer. Overall, what else would you like them to know? And one card, please, because I'm already over 30 minutes. Thank you. Okay, so this card talks about at the bottom of the, well, let's see if this one. It says, spend more time outdoors. Thank you for motivating me to spend more time outdoors and for helping me relax and enjoy connecting with nature. Some of you guys may need to get out if you're in an area that's nice, because we had snow. I'm like, what the hell? But in an area that's nice, get out and walk, you know. Even if you could even if the weather isn't good, if you're in a position to get out and just walk around the block, some fresh air would do you and all of us some good, you know. So they want you to get out and spend more time in nature. Like I said, that picture, but she was smelling a rose. Yeah, she was smelling a rose right here. I mean, not a rose, what could be. She's smelling a flower. Then look, that attraction thing. Then look, I pulled this card right here. Free yourself. Free yourself, and the rest will follow. Okay? So I'm just saying. And yeah, get out there in nature. And then at the bottom of the deck, you have your children are watched over by angels. It says, dear guardian angel of my children's, born and unborn, thank you for watching over my children and ensuring their happiness and safety. Please guide me so that I know the best way to be a good parent and a role model for my own and others' people's children. All right. I could be talking to someone who could be like a daycare worker, someone who works in schools with youth or something of that nature. All right, or someone who may not have kids and want kids. With that being said, Cancer, I am Queen Vanshay Tarot. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe in the channel. And remember, you can always hit me up for your personal tarot card reading. It's private. I send you a link Only you have access to it unless you give the link to someone else. I'm out.